Alright, let's see if this is willing to work and function as intended. Although, what's good? I figured I'd do a surprise stream. I know this was one that I wasn't meant to cover, but I figured I might as well, just because why not? We're going to be working with mostly transcripts and kind of live text feeds today, so it might not be entirely accurate, but we'll do what we can with what we've got. How you doing? Nice to see you, Kev. Hope you're well, my guy. I just want a simple game today. I think that's kind of the bare minimum. You know what I mean? We don't want to sit and fuck around too much, let's be honest. This is pretty straightforward. We're up against Kilmarnock today. Obviously other games elsewhere already seem to be playing out pretty much as bad as the scenarios could. Hearts are currently 1-0 up, I believe, in their game, and Rangers are 2-0 up in their game against Dundee. So realistically, we probably want to get the 3 points today just to kind of keep things as is. But yeah, it's one of those good old fashioned outside of the UK and Ireland kick-off ones, so you're like, fuck. But like I said, live transcripts and stuff like that, we'll do what we can. Just make sure there's no issues or any delays or lag. Let me just quickly see what's going on with that. I do apologise, sometimes the audio might be a bit scuffed to begin with. I can't really fix too much until I have a look through this. Let me just do that now. And then bring up all the things that we need to so you can get a look at the lineups, because we're underway in about 8 minutes, give or take. Dude. That's good enough. Hey then, look, nice to see you, my guy. Hope you're well. Let's see what's happening here. We switch this, we should. Yes, we do. Right, okay, it's all fixed. That's class. So, if you want a little look at the lineups, because that's the interesting thing to kind of see out the gate, I'll kind of leave this up on the screen so you can get a gander. It's pretty damn interesting when you look at it, because the kind of key name you might see in there, one that you probably wouldn't expect to see, is Simpson Pussy. He's going to get his first actual full debut start today, which is quite nice. I think it's deserved. And I know a lot of people are kind of talking about, well, why is he playing at a right back? I do want to say, for those that haven't kind of looked into what he's done in his kind of previous seasons, especially with the kind of City youth, he did play right back a few times. He was more predominantly a right centre back. That's why a lot of people were expecting him, if he was going to get a start, it's okay, my mic's glitching. This is what I'm saying. There's always audio issues that starting to kind of keep my eye on that to make sure it doesn't do that again. Great. I love having multiple problems at once. As I was saying though, Simpson Pussy, right back, very... Okay, I'm going to just switch settings to see if that fixes it, or maybe this one actually, I'm not too sure. Hopefully. I don't know. Lovely. We absolutely love having technical issues. I mean, you kind of take that out and we plug it back in if it keeps doing that, so bear with me while I deal with that. But like I said, you can kind of take a gander at the lineups. It's pretty straightforward, as you would expect. I don't know how this audio setting sounds, if it's a little bit worse or better. I honestly have no idea. Nice to see you, MK. Nice to see you, my guy. Hope you're well. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind the rest of the lineup. It's about as calm as you can ask it to be. I don't mind the other two kind of centre backs is what you would expect. Trusty, Scales, don't mind that too much. The midfield three, although it's slightly changed, and I feel like Bernardo could have honestly made a case to start this one. I don't mind the fact that we've went with Hatate and McCowan, but it should have, in my personal opinion anyway, been McCowan and Bernardo. Just if you're doing rotations and stuff, that would have been the kind of more sensible call to make. But again, I don't mind that McCowan's a very strong player, although I would have preferred him off the bench in the second half just for that little bit of extra energy, because again, the way that Kilmarnock's set up, it's very kind of defensive minded, let's say, and you'll kind of see what I mean when we touch on it in a minute or so. But yeah, like I said, I don't mind the front three either. It's kind of what you would expect. Dyson on the right, Turekti on the left, and of course Kenny starting solo up front, which we don't mind too much at all. Pretty reasonable, to be honest with you. So we'll work with what we got and see what we can get out of this game, but this is the team that's going to have to do it. Of course, you know, you've got your skipper in the middle, and you know, he's been a player that's actually arguably more on form than most others in recent times, so fingers crossed we can get something out of him today. For Kelly though, their lineup's a bit different, although not too different from their usual games, although they just kind of changed their approach, but their two strikers are as you would expect, it's Lowry and Anderson. But the midfield slightly switched up. Lyons is sitting in a bit deeper today, but Browns, Watson and Tiffany are kind of playing as their anchors, but Watson and Tiffany are more or less wingers, so keep that in mind. They'll kind of be, you know, pressed on the outside of each wing respectively, trying to keep either Rio or, you know, McCowan quiet. I think that will be the kind of the goal, but obviously having that extra man in behind the lines just means they can kind of drop people back should they need to, so they can have 5 or 4, and I don't think that's too unsensible for Killie to do, especially away from home. But again, their back 4 is pretty much as you would expect as well. I think Thompson's a new face for the last match. I can't remember him, and I might just be shooting the breeze and not really recalling it, but he is different at the very least. But you've got these, of course, Stranger, Williams and Beach as well, so I think Beach is different actually, to be fair. So they had 1 or 2 changes for the last time that we faced them, but calm enough. If you want my predictions, it's down there. It's pretty straightforward, 2-0 for me. You got YouTube back for now, but then again your Facebook account is blocked. Well, fair enough my guy, fair enough. Celtic win 3-0, McCowan, Tierney and in jails. I mean, it's a bold prediction considering the fact 2 of them are not even in the starting lineup. If it happens, then you might be a prophet, my guy. I hope that comes through. That'd be very nice. That'd be very nice indeed. I'd take that every day of the goddamn week. But I mean, yeah, I'm more streamlined with this one. I don't think Kelly will really do too much unless it's from set pieces. They do have a couple of physical bodies. Like I said, that DS at the back, the number 6 is very, very good when it comes to like aerial battles, and they do have some pretty tall players up front as well that can kind of cause issues here and there, so you kind of have to keep your eye on them at the very least. So fingers crossed that they don't get too many opportunities like that, but again, as long as Celtic are doing the predominant amount of pressing, I don't think it's going to be too problematic, if I'm being fully honest with you. But again, you know, it's one of those, football's a weird sport. They only realistically need one chance. The boys will just walk out the tunnel then out. But again, the way that they've set up, it's kind of bold to go with the 2 strikers. You feel like if you want to play with a more defensive mindset, you go with a solo striker. But again, Kelly will probably just sit in banks of 4 or 5. They'll rather than triangles, it will more or less be squares. So, you know, you'll kind of have to keep that in mind, especially when they're kind of playing out from the back. They won't be doing too much besides trying to get it into the midfield space, so popping it high, trying to chase loose balls and behind, that type of kind of similar SPFL style of play, let's say. But again, I don't mind our lineup. It should get the job done. I think the only real kind of question is, like, can Sims and Bussy just kind of, you know, do what he needs to, kind of keep things calm, kind of, you know, just settle into the role, because obviously if Kelly will look at that lineup, that's the obvious weak spot, just because he's not up to speed, and they can take advantage of it. But again, the kid seems promising. There's a reason why he's probably been picked in this match, so, you know, it's one of those. I hope that the guy might get something going. And it's not a bad turnout for Celtic Pub, by the way. It's pretty much, I wouldn't say fully packed out, but close enough to it. But yeah, the way that it's lining up on this one's just a slight bit different, because according to this, it's kind of, you know, your standard banks of 4 and stuff like that. But for this, it's more or less that kind of 5 at the back, like I was talking about. I think they might have had to make a last minute change because apparently there's a Williams in there. So I guess they've pushed him in central, they kind of dropped Lyons back. So it's kind of what I was thinking in that sort of aspect. It's kind of sort of similar to what I was trying to think of, because that just didn't seem right to begin with, nonetheless. I think Kelly will sit deep and try and get us in the counter, but going for a 2-0. Genuinely, but I think it's going to be something like that. Obviously there's going to be a minute's silence for Remembrance Sunday. We'll be kind of keeping slight tabs in other games and stuff like that as well, so keep that in mind. It would win today, easy. Well, I mean, I fucking hope so, Crowtails. It would be nice to get a comfortable win on the board. The last few have been kind of scrappy here and there, I think, with the exception of that 4-0. A couple of iffy moments in every match, basically, but quite confident that we'll get something across the line today. At the very least, we should win this game. If it doesn't get a performance, you know, he'll better laugh at talk sport. Well, at least they can, you know, have a nice wee talking point, you know what I mean? Whenever Celtic is brought up, he'll know the internals, so at least it gives them that, you know. But I'm confident enough that these boys can get the job done. That's the kind of, the minimum for me is that we get the job done today. As long as we do that, I'm realistically okay and fine with it. Try and switch us back to its normal setting, see if it holds. Fingers crossed it does. This is the one that makes the most sense, but Kelly's going to get the ball rolling. Yeah, I'd say about 70% capacity, I guess, something around those lines. Going to be interesting to see how we go, but nonetheless, it's underway straight back to the goalkeeper from the get-go. We should kind of go up here and give you a little refresh of this, because we should get a live score update. There we go, fantastic. And when the stats come up, I promise you I'll switch to that as well, but for now I'll just kind of keep the we'll keep the lineups inside, at least so you can kind of see the top part of the lineups, I guess. But yes, I presume you would want to see the actual score. Straight to draw stay of the gate. Let's see where we go with this one. It's down, and here's Simpson puts his first few touches of the ball. Gurnley switched across from Trusty. That's a good pass actually. It's opened up some lanes quite early on here. Tenecte gets it in from Sirachi. And in turn the Tunisian plays a really good ball out towards Simpson Pussy. That's a slightly loose pass, but at least he tried something a bit risky out the gate. It's going to allow Kelly to chase in behind. Like I said, if they're going to do anything, they'll try and expose that space where they can. So, oh, you doing, Chateau? I was not expecting you to be awake for this one, my guy. Nice to see you. Should we win this 3 or 4-0? I guess we'll see how it plays over the course of the game, but again, you've got a slight kind of tweaks and changes here and there. There's the stats. We can pop that up now. Let's just do that quickly for you, so you can actually see what's happening. Well, apparently those are the only stats that are there now. That'll update over time. Nice to see you, Michael. Up with Celts, you love to see it. That's a good ball in behind. There could be a slight chase down here, but it should be quite comfortably gathered by the goalkeeper here. Beach clears it. It's a good header down for Trusty. Simpson Pussy should just regard it. I don't know if I want to keep saying that over and over again. I should just refer to him as SP and you understand that that's what I'm talking about. Wasn't expecting it. I know I kind of said in the last match that I was going to take a break for the Kelly game to let my... I thought I had a lot more stuff to do, to be fair, but it all kind of got sorted out before the Sunday, so I figured I had a bit of spare time, might as well cover this one. That's a good pass if he wants to look for any open options here. Tenecte's got overlapping runs. Doesn't take the quick option, but I don't mind it too much as long as he can spin back on it. Sirachi's there to support him. Laid back in the end towards the skipper. I could just switch it back in behind, go for a simple pass. I do apologise if there's any technical issues, especially with the audio. For whatever reason, it's just a wee bit iffy whenever I boot things up for the first time. 1-0 will do you. I do not disagree with that in the slightest, my guy. It'd be fucking fantastic for us. It's a good step in for Dyson. He could just chase this down and follow up. Opts to leave it loose. Lays it back towards McGregor's skills. Might just have a wee half attempt. It's popped into the box. It should be retained and is retained quite comfortably in the end. Good work, Dyson. I'll love to see it. Scales. A lot of play coming down that left hand side with the overlapping run for Maeda. It kind of cuts centrally here, so I think even Celtic's aware we want to kind of keep the ball away from the right hand side as much as possible. Yep, and again up that left hand side. Here's Rio. Good switch for Atai over on that far side. Let's see where the ball is. It's a decent one in for Simpson Pussy. It could be threatening. It's headed away, still dangerous. It's in the box and not cleared by Kelly. And it's deflected, and Dyson's missed a good opportunity already. Not the worst effort in the world, but he didn't really have to hit it as hard as he did. It was quite comfortably over the bar in the end, let's be honest. Is Martin wearing a trackie up? I think it absolutely should be. It's not cut to him yet, but when it does, I will confirm with you if it's that good. If he's been winning the last few... Oh, I can see him in the background, of course he is. Iconic, isn't it, man? Kettle might look alright in his trackie, but Martin O'Neill's doing it better at 73. I love his explanation for it, man. Like, the new ones are just way too tight, and he's like, nah, can't be arsed with it. I respect it a lot. That's about what you'd expect for the opening 5 minutes or so. Pretty calm, straightforward across the board. Kelly haven't really been able to do too much, to be honest, but they will look for options in behind where they can. It's a decent half ball forward for Williams. There has to be a chase in there behind. That's a loose ball for Simpson Pussy, though. Can't believe that's an actual name. I think it's been held up for offside in the end or something, but could have been a half opportunity for them to do something with it. Schmeichel's going to play it quickly out for the back, and the chase down will start. Scales, where are you going, big man? Honestly thought he was going to go right there, but he plays it inside to Sriracha. It's the loose ball though, so Kelly might be able to get something going here if they can get it forward. Watson will chase, but doesn't necessarily win that one. Kilmarnock, get it away. Get it away, you fucking fool. Don't play it backwards. McGregor has a nice wee spin action to get away from his man and plays it out towards our right hand side. Here's the SP. Nice. Switch back to him. He could just look for a low ball. He wants to go high for Dyson. He will chase this down because of course he will. It's Dyson. Does well to keep it in play, but that's about the extent of it, and it's out for a goal kick in the end anyway. Oh, how you doing, guys? Nice to see you, my guy. Early goal, please. It would settle the nerves. I mean, if you're taking your bets, who would you say gets the goal? Because I mean, you can get them from anywhere. The good thing about the way Celtic play, even when we're not necessarily scoring a lot of goals, is that they can come from any part of the park. You can't just confidently be, you know, like, oh, Kenny will score it, because it's not actually fully guaranteed. I'd like to put my money on Tenecti. I think he would probably be the one that breaks through for us. Just because there's a lot of football being played up the left hand side early on. We're going to the right to give Simpson basically like touches of the ball, but it's not really going into mid unless it's a long ball in behind. It's a lot more kind of simplified down the left hand side. There's a free kick for Kelly on the halfway line. They're just probably going to sit in this high and long. Like we discussed before with their tactics, they're not going to be using the midfield as much as they would probably like to be able to use it. McGowan scores this. It's a good prediction. It's probably been one of the more quiet players in the opening stage of this game, but again, it's because we're doing a lot of attacking down the wings. Not too much going on centrally there now to speak of. Just a light straddle foul on my head there. Wouldn't even say that as a foul at all, to be honest, but nonetheless. Scales. Could look for a simple ball in behind here. That's calm enough. He could chase that. Nice, Tenecti. Just stay on your man. That's half decent. Played short back towards McGregor. Scales might have to take a quick touch and pay it into space. That's a loose one, but well dealt with by McCowan. Realize it back to Trusty. Towards SP. That's a good pass actually, and there's a lot of space on that left hand side. Rio sees it. Great ball out towards Tenecti. He's got the overlap of Sriracha and he's timed the run very well. The ball into the box ain't half bad. It's cleared away by Diaz. Again, right idea, maybe just not the execution. It's well dealt with by Kelly, but they've given the ball away poorly in the midfield and it's laid across. McGregor's done well to play it in his space. Good taking touch. Kenny shoots off the post. It's a good effort. Much better for the Irishman. Just takes one touch, hits it towards the near post, and it's not a bad shot at all. But thankfully for Beach, it just about stays out. Oh, that's unlucky as hell, man. But it gets a wee bit of a kind of rise out of the crowd, a wee bit more of a ooh. I wouldn't have, honestly, Jack, you might be right. Who knows? They have some wild ass names out there, man. Oh, you bastard, man. I hope you're alright, Banners. Oof. That's pain. Make sure you're resting up, my guy. Don't want to be like Johnston. There's a chance. Oh, fuck me. That was a great challenge, actually. Can't take anything away from Kelly. They've got a break, Watson. Anderson's on the run and they've got a long ball forward actually. They're sending it to their fullback. That is a risky pass, but if it worked out fair enough, it didn't. But they tried, so give them credit, you know what I mean? You have to kind of look at it like that. Nice. It's a good switch in behind. There could be a move here for McGregor. Takes the safe option, which honestly I don't mind, to be honest. It's calm. Good 1-2 pass and played out to space. Nice pass, Tenecti's got it. How's your control? Very decent. Might just have a part. Oh, it's a good ball into space. It's awkward. Not really cleared them, but it's awkward again. It's in. Fifth net. It's a bad defensive error. You got to say they do not get it cleared, and Kenny's in behind to put it in. It's 1-0. Simple as you ficking like. Well, Tenecte might not have been the one that scored it, but he certainly was the one that supplied the line. It was a good fucking break for him to get it into the box, but we got a few lucky breaks to make sure that we got a shot away there. Again, it starts with the Tunisian out in the wing. He does well, cuts inside, he kind of hits a loose pass. Like Rio doesn't necessarily get there, but the bounce off the Kelly man, he's able to get on the second ball, gets it back into space, and Kenny doesn't take any risks with it, just hits it first time low and hard, and this time the post doesn't deny him. So well timed. It's just really stupid for the goalkeeper because Beach overcommits as well. Makes it really easy for the Irishman to just tap it in. Little unlucky for Kelly's perspective because, like I said, those bounces can go anywhere, but it's going in our favour this time round. We're 1-0 up. Good start. Simple. Things you love to see. Do it again. Calm enough, man. Calm enough. Celtic to win 3-0. It's a good prediction, guys, to be honest with you, man. Your second half has started. Oh yeah, fuck. I totally forgot like the other games. I'm kind of only... Oh! Dundee's actually equalised. Fucking hell. I didn't even realise that. Nah, they've got one back. Right now it's all square between Hearts and Dundee United. So... they could drop more points and we could pick some extra up. You know what I mean? I'm not too worried about, you know, Rangers with all due respect. You know, they're kind of competing to stay in line with Hibs now, basically. But if Hearts can drop another 2 wee points and we can pick up another 2 wee points and close the gap just a wee bit more, that would be quite lovely. I'd take it, man. I'd absolutely take it. It's nice to see all the regulars in here, man. That's very nice. Oh, it's a bit of this one, yeah. Phil will kill it. Bit slack for Rio, but it is what it is, not too bad. It's nice to see Kenny getting his scoring boots. I suppose if there's one positive we want to take for that is that he's found his confidence, man, ever since he's got his wee breakthrough, that wee breakthrough brace. He's picked up his performance levels significantly. I said he's never really been a case of if he's a bad player, his positioning's always been good, but my concern is if he was just like either. Proving us wrong so far. Doesn't need about 20 chances to score. That's fucking really good for Tenecte to try and get out between the two of them, but equally good defensive pressure there for Williams. Laid ball, that's going to be a fucking loose touch, but again, fucking well dealt with as well. They've got a break forward here. Anderson stays on his feet, does well to play it out. It's laid off towards a full back cross, could come in. Well, it's a really good step in actually again for Sirachi. Doesn't seem too happy with it, kind of does one of those, but aye, vibes. Yeah, well, I can keep an eye on them now. I'm kind of got it up on my phone just to make sure that I can see what's going on. Aberdeen are still all square with Motherwell, but most of their games tend to be kind of close 1-2 goal affairs, let's be honest. Rangers are 2-0 up against Dundee, as previously mentioned, and Dundee United have managed to drag one back against Hearts. And Kelly could do something similar here with an in-swinger. Again, set pieces are about as good as it will probably get for them, and that one is fucking miles over it, let's be honest. Closing in on a third goal. Well, I mean, honestly, I can't say too much about the ways they've played in recent games, but one thing I'll give Rangers credit for is at least they're trying to find their style, right? Like, that's one thing I've noticed for watching the highlights, is that it's not pure sporadic where you've got one or two players just being individually good. There's actually like team cohesion. I mean, give Danny Rowley's credit. Let's see when this one's going to come in. I mean, Kelly will probably try and swing this high based on where everyone is. Zonally, it's pretty much exactly where it goes. A bit of miscommunication between Trusty and Schmeichel, but the Danishman gets enough on the punch to get it away comfortably enough. It's going to be swung back in by Kelly though, trying to look for any loose or second balls. Doesn't win that one, but they get to there. Well, fucking hell, it's still awkward. Scales. Good. Do that more. Oh, don't do that though, for fuck's sake, man. It's still awkward. Still in the box. Still not cleared. Deflected. Out for her. Or did it bounce back after Kelly, man? Right, fair enough. Good hustling fell for that. Straight down the side of the pitch. Let's go. Sriracha just lays it back for Scales. Calm enough, can't argue with it too much. Just have a lot of work to do. Still open at the back. Yeah, but that's the risk and reward, right? Especially when you're trying to get like a team to score goals and kind of get their win streaks back. Shit, Dyson's down on that far side, that's not good. I hope he's alright. He's up and on his feet at least, but didn't look too promising there. It's a good pass out for Trusty. Switched high and wide for Scales. That's Kilmarnock, played into space. Is there a loose touch? Maybe. Could go for an open lane here. Tenecti. Simple. I like that. Not too bad. Oh, he just tries to be a bit too fancy with it. And Kelly tried to be a bit too clever with the pass out as well. And Celtic have got them basically pinned in the final third. Good play on the outside there. Rio, good pass. The greatest second touch for Simpson Pussy, but should be able to retain it and get it into space again. Lays it off for a skip up. Potential crossing routes here, but again, probably just will go back centrally here, look for any loose runs. I mean, Simpson Pussy is pretty much in the central attacking midfield spot right now. Fair play to him. I like this. Step in, cross, not too bad. It's over everybody. The keeper has to kind of parry it clear and doesn't do the best job of it, but gets out on the far side for a throw in at least. I do actually like Kelly's goalkeeper kit. Anyone that's watching the game alongside, you can attest to that. Do fuck with their kit. It's quite nice. You need Aberdeen to win and Hearts to win and Celtic to win. Good amount of games and that you have. Well, I'm going to guess is like a fucking. Well, what's the return on it? Sorry, my mind got occupied because there was a chance for us there. We were trying to get into the box, but nothing forthcoming of it. Still dangerous though. Scales. Calm enough, big man. I like that. Rio. Sriracha. Oh, that's lovely for Tenecti. Gets it in behind. There's kind of half appeals from the crowd. Honestly, I can't speak until I see that back. It's kind of half-hearted at best from us. One or two appeals and a couple for the crowd, but not too much else besides that. Good drag back for Simpson Pussy there, just lays it off, trust it. More or less being an anchor man at this point. Laid in behind, there's a chase down. Maida gets there, still retains it, still retains it, still retains it, still retains it. Oh, Lucy's out there though, that's a fucking good battle there to be fair. Chase down, big deflection, and Trusty and McGregor should sort it out between them. Good feet for both of them. Calm head for McGregor, nice wee touch for Trusty, back to Schmeichel, and he should just spread that out to the left again, I'd imagine. Rinse and repeat the process, there it is, Sriracha. Up towards Rio, goes for a long ball. That's going to be caught out. Till before he even had that pass release for his foot, he just didn't have the angle on it. But Celtic will win the throw in, so not too bad in that sense. Well, I mean, it's still a wee bit, right? And if Aberdeen are 1-0 up, then that's another step in the right direction. That's a good chance again. Good ball in for Tenecti. Kenny was there trying to force the issue. It's still dangerous, not fully dealt with by Kelly, but they do eventually get it cleared there. There's 3 big chances for the Irishman up front. Can't say too much about that one. He did right to just try and get in front of his man, but it was always going to be easily cleared there by Spranger. I like the clever little layoff though, the work between him and Sriracha, but it's cut back and the Argentine's down. That's not a good sign at all. It doesn't look like it landed particularly great, but maybe his knee took a knock or it's a bad dead leg scenario, I don't know, but the game's been temporarily stopped so we can have a look at them. Just cuts towards two of our Very good optional replacements in Ralston and Tierney on the side there. And he's staying down, that's not a good sign. Oh, Motherwell have equalised already apparently, for fuck's sake. At least there's no goals lacking in this one. No change of score between Hearts and Dundee United, and Rangers are still 2-0 up, but yeah, Motherwell have equalised, so interesting. Although I think we might have another injury to add to the ever-growing fucking list, because Sriracha has stayed down and it looks like Tierney's going to have to warm up and take his spot early. Slightly disheartening because Sriracha was having a really good opening stint to the game. He was quite class for the opening 20 minutes. The kind of loose play between him and Tenecte was class, so it'll be a bit disheartening to see him go, but again, not the worst replacement in the world in having someone like Tierney come on, so definitely will take it. I guess while we're on a little break here, if you would like to, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. It's the best thing you can do to help the channel out, and if you could leave a like on this as well, it helps. Well, Sriracha is going to have to come off. It's not good at all, man. Two of arguably our best fullbacks are now down and out again. Such a shame. I guess while we're on the topic of fullbacks though, I guess people have probably seen the rumours that we're potentially going to get a pre-contract agreement with Robertson. What's your thoughts on that one? I personally don't mind it at all. I think it'd be class. He'd be a really good mentor, like type. No. The rounds of applause have gone around the stadium as Sriracha leaves. Tierney will grace the field with his presence. Oh, a nice wee stamp touch for McCowan there, forces the issue. Simpson Pussy tries to get in, causes a good problem with the 50-50, but there's a breakaway chance for Kelly here. They might just shape to shoot. Scales holds his line to kind of make the arc shot a lot harder, so they can't really get it away. They force it out towards the wing, still dangerous, and I think there might have been a player offside there. Seems like that was the case. Would have been close. It honestly looks like he was on, but nonetheless, it wasn't as if they were going to be able to do too much with it. There's still a ton of Celtic bodies there, regardless. Scrap the Europa League. I'll drop numbers like squad game. I think it depends on what we do in the next two matches, realistically, right? If we get like 4 points for those games, and yeah, maybe we continue pushing to try and get out of the group phase, but I guess that will depend. That's good hustling for Trusty, stays on his man, but Kane, Anderson stays away, his man forces the issue, and I think it's a throw-in for Kelly regardless. I mean, Martin O'Neill is not happy about it. Trusty doesn't seem too pleased, but it seems like him and SP are kind of covering each other's loose runs. Whenever Trusty steps a bit too far forward, you've got Simpson Pussy kind of just holding the space the same way that whenever he goes forward, Trusty does the same. Seems like that's been something that's worked on the training ground. That might explain why he's been brought in as a right back for this one. Katie coming back so far has failed, so no way, we need to build a team that will have a future. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that in a lot of rights. But I feel like Robertson's a different kind of calibre of fullback though. Like Champions League winner, Premier League winner, Scotland captain, so you know, like in terms of experience, he's probably about as good as a signing as you could make, especially if it's on like a pretty reasonable contract agreement. But at the same time, you kind of want the younger players to have a chance to kind of blossom, especially in those like positions. And I'd like to kind of keep Sriracha, because Sriracha looks class, although again his kneecap seems to be made out of glass because he had to get taken off, obviously. Do we have a disabled league in Scotland? Probably. I wouldn't be too surprised if we did. We have every other type of league, right? We have youth leagues, women's leagues, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we did. See, that's the kind of argument a lot of people are bringing up. It's like, how much will Robertson be willing to kind of cut off it, because it's not as if we're going to be able to afford the fucking 80, 90 grand a week wages that some players probably would demand. But if he does a Tierney and takes a decent wage cut, then yeah, wouldn't be the worst option in the world for sure. It's a good ball into space. Could be dangerous actually, Rio. Oh, it's so overhit though. I can see what he was trying to do. He was trying to kind of like soft lay it for Maeda's run. Maeda even gives him the thumbs up of acknowledgement there, but always overhit for the Japanese man. I do respect it though. It was a lovely wee attempt. Yeah, I just put a wee bit too much on the spin. It's a lovely pass into space for Tierney though. At least he's settled into the game about as calm as you can ask him to. I thought it was a genuine question, to be fair. It sounded like it was phrased like a genuine question. I mean, an injury league, now that would be fucking interesting. Just watching a bunch of people like fall over a bunch. Try to go for a loose ball and snap their other ACL. Oh, that is a spin. Brilliant for Tunekti. There might be a chance in behind here. He's got to stand up against two of them though, and that might be an issue. He does well to kind of hold up. He even wins the ball back there. He's got to get a pass in. Lovely pass in across the face of the box. It's spilled by Beach, but it's cleared away in the end. Kelly's turn to have a wee bit of misfortune. Or a wee bit of fortune, I should say. It's Celtic's misfortune this time round, because it just bounces comfortably enough for them to get a shot. Oh, it's spilled again. Keeper spilled it again. Oh, Dyson, no! Oh, that is a... Dyson's missed swung it. He's missed an open net. There's no other easy way to say it. It is arguably the worst sitter. And we've seen a lot of bad sitters for him. We're still pressing though into the box, deflected and out for a corner kick. I need to see that chance back. If it took a last second bobble that threw off Maeda's perception of where the ball was coming. Again, it was brilliant work down that side. Oh, it was so unlucky, man. Like Kenny does well to kind of pickpocket it away from Beach. He missed swings at it, man. It's that's not a good look at all. It's out for a corner though, so we still have a chance to do something with it. All in all, very positive face in the opening kind of stint of this match. Did I say it's been mostly one-way traffic, although I say that very loosely, we've not had too many opportunities. Kenny's had most of them at the post. Keeper spilled it in Maeda's miss. But at least we balanced it out with scoring a goal, because usually we don't do that much. Ball swung in. Good away by Beach. Doesn't seem to be too comfortable when it comes to grabbing hold of it. Seems to prefer the punching tactic. Gonna need a bigger physio room at this fucking rate. You're not wrong at all. Don't know if that's a corner or a goal kick. I think it'll be a goal kick there. Tonight trying to do a bit too much that time, but definitely been the most vibrant player in the park. Let's show Maeda's chance again. I want to see like... yeah. Even his reaction says it all, man. He just kind of looks up and then he's like, fuck it. The Maeda last season would put that in the net, no problem at all. I think there's a slight drive back on Kenny that, Phil. Dundee have come back into the game. Oh fuck if they got one back. Oh, good save by Ballin. I thought you were saying that they'd scored for a free kick though. No changes in any of the other games. I figured I might as well check that as we can approach the half an hour mark in this one. Wait, I just realised, why is that stuck on the 8th minute? Can you maybe no do that? Actually, work as intended. Thank you. Just realised it dropped half there for some reason. I don't know if it's been doing that for the whole stream or not. If it has, my apologies. Oh, how you doing, kid? Nice to see you, man. Hope you well. Let's show the stats there. We've had comfortably over 3/4 of the ball. And a lot more chances. Kelly have only had real, well, off the top of my head, one genuine opportunity, and it was quite comfortably off target, so. Not too threatened by that. It's out for the far side, goal kick for for Killie Beach will set up to probably fire this one about 90 yards back up the pitch again. Holy shit, is that a bit of positivity for Gaz? Unbelievable. Oh. Bit of loose touch for skills there. I feel like if Anderson had really kind of stepped out for that, they could have put some pressure on. It's still back in Killie possession regardless. Oh, that was clever for Thompson actually, very fucking clever. Was it back into space to the number 6, he'll send that one forward. It's actually a really good ball, but oh, slightly loose on the chest control. The skipper's going to be put under pressure there. Simpson Pussy does well enough to kind of force the issue. Fortunately though, I think it's a corner kick. Nah, to be fair, it's kind of like a natural buff for Rangers because of the time of year, right? Remember on Sunday, I feel like if they lost, they would be very, I mean, while it would be funny, they don't usually. No, I mean, it'd be interesting to see what Dundee do in the kind of remainder of the second half. There wouldn't be too much time left, I would imagine, right? You're approaching like the 70th. I think Lawrence, man, nice to see you. The Pandas, of course, I fucking do. They're the good Bears. Let's see what this one's going to be swinging. Nice for Casper. I actually don't mind the attempt to play that out quickly, but way too low hit. It's going to break forward for them. They might have another. I stand corrected. That was an awful pass. That was like genuinely fucking bad. I don't know who the hell that was for Killie, but probably need to tweak their boots a wee bit because that was just miles off. It wasn't even close. I don't know, I read that as like a countiesman there, Caden, that first one. Oh, you do, cuz. How did your harvest go, son? Like, aye, my fucking harvest was great, you know, like that. I'm pretty decent. My day's going pretty respectable. Can't argue with it too much, man. So I thought I would be a lot busier over the weekend. To be fair, the last 2, 3, 4 days have been hectic as fuck, but for the most part, relatively calm day so far. Oh, that's gonna. I like that. Yes, Trusty, that's good, man. Step in. Wait, what? I don't know if that's a throw-in for them or they've given that as a foul. That's a bit fucking soft. But then again, we did get 1 or 2 of those earlier on as well, so I'm not too surprised by that actually. 22 minutes left. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Oh! United are 2-1 up apparently. They are. I wasn't expecting that away from home. I was thinking best case scenario, United might get a draw. That's fucking class. Good for them. Genuinely. I'm not just saying that because it gets us a wee bit closer to Hearts if we win this game. Which is why I'm still kind of waiting for the second. It's why my prediction's 2-0, because I feel like once we get the second, we'll just settle in. We know we don't have to do too much besides that. And obviously with the international break coming up, any Scotsman in that team that obviously usually gets minutes or at least is picked for the national team, they want to keep themselves as fit as possible because it is a pretty big international window coming up. Obviously those that were there for last stream, you would have heard me talk about it, of course. But yeah, it's still dangerous. Yeah, that's good for tonight. He plays it in behind. Let's see where the cross is. It's high and wide, but it still could be dangerous. I do not fucking mind that at all. I love that from McCowan so much. Goes for that is the time where you can respect being acrobatic. It's not really too close to the net. He doesn't connect with it the way that he was probably hoping. It's a lovely kind of chip ball in for Tierney, but McCowan throws himself at it. I think it actually might have taken a deflection after a player. What did? It came off the back. So it's a corner kick instead. I respect that even fucking more, man. You playing football matches on Sunday, you're shattered. How'd your game go, Caden? You still may have won. Most of the time I see defeats. Not the greatest corner, but McGregor should retain it in the midfield. Tunekte will go at them again. Go on, the mighty son. Let's see what he got. Well, backwards is okay, I suppose, if you're going to play it into the left, and he does. Hey, look at that. Creativity! Oh, I respect if McGregor goes for the back heel pass to late half. Celtic try and pincer it, and Kelly actually get away with a really good break here. It's more or less a 3v4. They've got to lay it off on the far side. Chance for them to do something here. Let's see what happens. Shot comes in, deflects, and it's dangerous to say the fucking least. We got away with one there. Could have been something. Final Earth didn't even make a save. Oh, those are the good ones. You can sit down with a wee fucking like camping chair and enjoy yourself. Oh, was that a save fish, Michael, actually? I thought I hit the top of the net at first, let's see. Because Scale Sticks is... Oh, it's a great save for Casper, actually. Holy shit. That angle shows just how close it was. It deflects off Scales, and it was top bin bound. Schmeichel's just kind of able to palm him over. He's making saves again. Nice to see it, Casper. Nice to see your form returning, big man. I like being able to give you credit because I do like you. Saves like that restore my faith a lot. The corner in for Kelly's a little weaker than they would have liked. It's still dangerous enough that they can do something with it. Swung back in, this time cleared away by Trusty. Celtic chance to break away. I respect the fact we tried to body block our way through, but didn't necessarily work out there. I told you, boys. Like, this is what I was saying with the Hearts people that were in, obviously, when we'd lost 3-1 to them. I kind of explained it's always around the second international break. Aberdeen did the same last season. Kelly have done it the season before. It just happens. Because even the bigger teams like Celtic and Rangers kind of have slight missed patches of form throughout these months. Nobody's perfect. But again, Hearts are late specialists, and they always tend to get something very late on in their games. I don't know how many times I've seen them score in like the 90th plus. So don't count them out just yet. That's the one thing I will say. It's not done until it's done. Oh, apparently there was a goal disallowed. That was the United. Oh, the United goal was disallowed. Case in point. The SF. Not going to say it, you know what I mean. I haven't seen the decision. Was it like disallowed for? Was it fairly disallowed, I should say? That's the one thing I would ask. Or was it one of those like stupid decisions that just randomly get favoured for no reason? That's a good fucking hustle though. Nice for you there. I like that, McCown. Nice. Overlapping runs are still there too, and he's gone for the cross. It's not a bad one, and it's not a bad header either. I think he might have took a deflection on a Kelly boy on the way through as well to make sure that there's a corner, but I like the run there for Kenny. Like I said, positioning very good. Gets in between the two centre backs, makes it awkward for them at the very least, and it does. Yeah, it takes like a last second flick off of the back of Diaz. The goal should have stood. Oh, fucking course. Right, okay, what happened then? Because I feel that's a few times they've been bailed out by VAR. Didn't that happen in their last draw? Although to be fair, they had a goal disallowed as well, so it's one of those, right? Fair enough. No referees pitching about something in this one. Look cool, we get it. Can we just get on with the fucking game then? Got on the end. Just actually check to see if we gained any new subscribers or the likes. Shit, that was the wrong one entirely. Let's take a gander. Oh, we actually have gained a few. That's quite nice. Appreciate though, kind of 3 or 4 of you that have. We got 4 more than we're in the 1760s. And if someone can give me an update on the likes as well, that'd be appreciated. We always set these ones at around 25 to 30. So as long as we're close, I consider that a win. That's a good ball out to space actually. There could be a late flurry face here. Seems like we've kind of advanced the full backs a bit further forward, but at least 10-15 yards. I don't know if we're just accounting for the fact that Tierney's on. That's a great pass. Oh, it's unlucky for McCowan. Timed the run right, just couldn't get the touch under control. Again, kind of the up thumb salute to be like, good pass, but just didn't get it under control. A little unlucky, but it is what it is. Still Celtic in the attacking scenario here. Let's see where that throw's played. It's kind of pipped off. Still dangerous, but probably we will just go back here. Scales inside. It's a nice little stamp off pass actually. Like that for real. Dies in, back towards SP. Switches it to Trusty. Coming off in towards the midfield. Rio, that's a good ball. Dyson's going to have to chase up against his man here. And his man does not even bother trying to fight. I respect that, just gets it to fuck within doubt, as they say. Oh, right, we're literally about 2 off the goal. 5 to smash it, fucking brilliant. Starting to play a bit faster here. It's inside outside type of stuff. Good touch from McCowan, still going, tries to funnel it through. It's not going to deflect right for him this time though. But again, very well dealt with. Brilliant for Tenecti, gets it under control. Trusty on the switch. Not the worst ball in for SP. It's not fully cleared by Kelly either. Deflects and eventually the chase down starts. It's the 2 Japanese men that's on his tail, so he's going to have to fucking try his best, because again, I love that so much, man. When the 2 of them are in vicinity, it's like they buff each other's ability to just tackle. Look at the 2-0 win for sure. Bargaining with the football gods. We'd love to see it. Penalty for Man City v Liverpool. Box. Fair enough. Swung up and away. It's a loose touch. I should gather it. 26 now. Fantastic. City missed the penalty, for fuck's sake. Fabulous. We'll take it. Just before half time would be great. Aye, honestly, MK, you're spot on. We can get one before half time, that'd be smashing. There's not too many opportunities to do that now. We've got about 2 minutes and then whatever's left of additional time. Well, 2.5 minutes and whatever's left of additional time. But here is Tenecti. The ball in is slightly inconspicuous. I think it's Sprangela that gets on the end to clear it. Thompson does not fuck around, gets it forward. Quite impressed with the left back today, man. He's kept Maeda relatively quiet, obviously besides the absolute sitter that he missed. And again, it's one of those where, yeah, Celtic are winning, we're comfortably in control, can't complain about being 1-0 up, but 1 or 2 slight negatives you can say, obviously would be that sitter and just not maybe being as convincing as we could do in the final third. It's definitely been more or less one-way traffic, so I can't complain. There's another half chance, but Kenny is just totally in a swing of that one. If he was playing rugby, that wouldn't be too bad. Don't know if anyone was watching the Six Nations or the Nations series. What am I saying? Six Nations for the Nations series. The fucking game against the All Blacks, man. I was like never more happy and disappointed at a second half in my life. That comeback was fucking class, and then right at the end, man, that Mackenzie try was insane though. Got to give the All Blacks a credit, man. How the fuck he held on to that? No idea. Oh, see, that's disappointing. Like, if I'm Stuart Kettlewell, I'll be fucking furious with that. It was a great ball out to the right, had 2 overlapping runners, and he just cuts it back and plays it in towards the central defenders again. That's not what you want to do in that scenario. Like, if you grab one right before half time, you can kind of sit on it, play for the draw. I feel like Kelly would probably benefit from doing something like that, but that's not the option they've taken. Yeah, spot on. Being a bit more clinical would be ideal. What was the score you missed the match? We lost by a try. That's all I can summarise it. We lost by a try. Mackenzie came through right at the end. Like, we went, what was it? I think it was 17-0. at half time, and then we scored like 2 in 10 minutes out of the second period. That's a break forward. Oh, this could be threatening actually. Hold on, chance. Tierney, cross. It's another high looper one, so it's going to be awkward, but Maida will just retain it on the bounce down. But guys, one thing you should do, watch the highlights at half time. Honestly, it was a great game. Can't take anything away from the All Blacks. They played class, because they had 3 yellow cards and still managed to win the game, so give them credit where it's due there, but fuck me, was it heartbreaking. What subs we thinking? Off the top of my head, I feel like probably Bernardo for Rio. I feel that, like, I mean, if you're rotating some players in and out the team, well, you've got a fucking Portuguese under 21 captain, why aren't we playing him? Right, like, so for me, Bernardo, plus as you just said there first cut, I was going to say that, like, you want to kind of prioritise resting the key players anyway, so there'd be no point in bringing on Angels, especially if we grab a second early in the second half, you know, it could always happen. So if that's the case, Bernardo for me would probably be one of those changes. I think Osman for Kenny might be a shout if we get 15-20 minutes in and Kenny's legs start to look a wee bit leggish, because it's best just to keep everybody as fit as possible. The same would probably apply to Tenecte. Shift Maeda over to the left and have Forrest run down the minutes or something along those lines. But we have already been forced into a change in Tierney, so we can't think of cross all the board. I'm kind of curious to see where Sirachi's injury is right now, like what level of bad it is at. Halfway through the added time here. Should be coming off. Well, coming up on the end of this half anyway, really. Maybe one last chance. I would like to hope for one last chance. We're keeping the press alive. That's not a foul. Don't think it would be. This definitely should be a fucking foul now. Referee just allows it to play on. I mean, I respect it to a degree, but you've been given some soft ass fouls away. That man was getting dragged the fuck down. Nonetheless, Scales hit it. He doesn't hit it. That's so disappointing. He should have played it towards the left instead, though. It's been the main theme of attack this game. Played into space, still awkward, dies in. He does well to get the shot away. I can't be too mad at that one. He might have missed 2 big chances this game. I would not consider that a big chance, but nonetheless. Was Osman... Oh, fuck yeah, I forgot he got injured, right? Fuck, is Yamada on the bench? Then him. Get him on. I don't know. I don't feel like there's too many changes we need to make. It's been pretty calm from us for the most part. Kelly have had like 2 opportunities of that. We've kept them relatively quiet, can't complain in the slightest, you know what I mean? It's pretty solid all round. Oh, I like that cross. It could have been dangerous if there was maybe an overlap and fall back on that side. Something could have potentially happened. That's a gone off and goes out and behind anyway. So on clearance, it'll probably be half time. Shame for the last 30 minutes and bring on Negrin for someone. I don't see the point in bringing on Negrin unless it's... oh, actually, I mean, if we do the whole thing where we just bring him on to play on the wings, then yeah, we could probably rest Maeda as well. Which honestly might be a shout. We could bring him on the right and just allow them to rotate like they usually do. And that should be half time now. And it is. Well, I can't be too mad at it. It's pretty solid as first half's goal. What I'm going to quickly do is just bring up the other results so we can take a look at them as they happen. Hello, that was a little bit of lag, fantastic. Hope you are all enjoying yourselves. Oh shit, I got over 100 views. Nice to see you all. Please consider subscribing if you're new. That'd be fantastic. Let's just quickly pull up all the other results if we can. Fucking course I'll do that one. Just give us some step. I suppose I can probably just do that and boom. You can see the scores and the live table actually on the side. We can keep it like that so you can just observe. But there you go. I mean, it's near enough the end of the game. Hearts are potentially up to drop 2 more points. But do keep in mind they also have a game in hand, or we have a game in hand over them, so they're not 7 points clear. Keep that in mind. Technically, if Celtic was to win their next game after the international break, and we'll probably make those games up, I'd say, around the Christmas period or January, right before the January break. Dundee United have scored in the goal stands. Nothing's came up on that, but the goal was disallowed again. So they had 2 disallowed goals apparently. That's interesting. Did they have a timeline thing for this? Because they'd never show the fucking stats anymore, but yeah, what, typical. That is what it is. We'll just kind of keep this here for the now, for the next like minute or 2. They've been the top challengers this half then. Banners is 3rd ranked, you got Gaz at 1st. I don't know who number 2 is. Third time lucky. Interesting. Well, usually like, when it's like the chat watch, this is why I like this one, because I can actually like see what's being said before it comes up on like a little live tab bit at the side. So I can actually react to the chats in real time rather than seeing them like 10-15 seconds later. That's 3 disallowed goals for United now. I mean, I can't say anything until I watch them back, right? I don't want to be disrespectful to Hearts and be like, oh, scamming bastards, of course, because obviously they can't control that, right? It's the SFA, but a lot of people are maybe talking about the second one in particular, so I'll just need to wait and see it back, but again, it would still be a decent point for Dundee. I don't think they would bitch about it too much at the end of the road, but I feel like Hearts have probably rid their luck. I don't know. I'm not watching the game, so I can't speak on it. That's the thing. I don't want to be one of those like, you know, green tinted motherfuckers that's like until I see it, I'm not going to make any outwardly opinions, let's say. But in terms of this game, it's just came down to a few chances. We've managed to take one, arguably probably the hardest one. That's the funny part, like getting it into the box for there. We've missed 1 or 2 open sitters. McCowan's kind of half chances as well. It's not been a disappointing kind of half in any sense. I think it's been pretty good across the board, pretty calm, pretty composed, nothing too bad. Simpson Pussy's having a very good kind of stint at the right back spot. He's not doing anything that's kind of raising any eyebrows or questions about him, so as far as I'm concerned, pretty straightforward and simple. Can't complain about it too much. It's just gone to the 90th minute in the Hearts and Dundee United match, so just kind of keeping tabs on it on the side. If there is a goal scoring change, I'll kind of switch back to the other screen. The disallowed goals were a joke. Interesting. Aberdeen have drawn with Motherwell. Yeah, that one's pretty much in the 97th minute now, so wouldn't surprise me too much. I wonder if I pull up the one of these, I can get like a breakdown on what actually happened. Right, well the one that was just disallowed, he was miles offside though, the Australian striker is, so Sapsford's goal got disallowed because he was offside. Let's see, let's see, he runs in behind and completely skins the defender in the box, he lays it on a plate for Amar Fatah. Apparently Sapsford was offside for the second one as well. So Sapsford apparently is just very unlucky. That's the breakdown of what I'm seeing, so again I don't want to speak and attest to it, but it is full time in that one definitely between Aberdeen and Motherwell. You can take a little gander there if you would like to see. So not a bad result for either one of those sides. I think they'll both kind of take that on paper. I think Aberdeen will feel a wee bit upset because they're at home though. Everyone happy with Knutson for manager? I'm fucking buzzing about it. If we get Knutson, I'm telling you right now, our team doubles in ability and quality and potential because he is a great man-to-man manager. Everyone knows the work that he's doing at Bodo, man. He's been able to take a fucking team from Norway to the semi-finals of a Europa League fucking competition. That ain't easy to do. So as far as I'm concerned, I like it. The guy seems to know what he's doing. He seems to kind of have like a good grip on, especially when it comes to counter-attacking tactics, which Celtic were kind of specialists in. So I think it would be quite interesting. Apparently the Rangers have scored a third there. Interesting. I don't know who's scored, it's not came up yet. No, okay, well there you go, guys, just put it in there. Gasama scored your third. Pretty solid win for you then. I mean, Dens Park's not an easy place to go and pick up points, so for all intents and purposes, not too bad at all. My money would be in the guy from the States being manager. You talking about that, fuck, what was his name again? Why is it left my brain? I hate when my brain... Oh, fuck off. I don't know who you're talking about. I know his face. I'm literally picturing his head. Like, I know who... I can't mean his name. My brain is just... gone down. Oh, you doing, Alan? Nice to see you, mate. I totally missed your wee hello there. Hope you're well, man. Hat trick of offsides. That's disappointing, but again, I don't think they'll be too... Oh, Pochettino? I thought we were talking about somebody else entirely. I thought we were talking about Columbus Crew's coach, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind Pochettino, but he's not doing exactly the greatest job at, for the US national team. So it's one of those, right? Like, maybe it would be interesting. But if I'm going for any Argentine, fuck it, go for goddamn Bielsa at that point. Nothing more iconic, man. We seem to have a thing for just bringing in older managers. Just get a bucket for him and he'll fucking have a place to cheat. Pochettino isn't French. Wilfred Nancy, that's the fucking other name that was in the back of my head and all. Interesting. Well, it's ended full time between Hearts and Dundee United, so they have dropped another 2 points. With the game in hand that we've got, it means we can close the gap to basically 4 now. If we obviously win that game in hand. You know, I don't want to assume things the way we're playing right now, anything can fucking happen, right? We could win 3-0, lose 3-0, it's one of those, right? But, yeah. No, I don't know what to make of it. I feel a wee bit... If you're Dundee United, you'll be fucking raging, right? 3 disallowed goals. Apparently the last one was totally valid. I mean, I seen the picture for it on the wee Twitter thing there. It was sizeable. The second one is a lot fucking closer, I'll say that much. Like, it just depends on the camera angle, right? Do you know how they disallowed, like, Celtic's first goal in the cup final? The cup semi-final, I should say. It's kind of one of those where if the camera angle's a bit straighter, then you could make the argument that he's on. They say, like, it just literally, it's down to perspective, you know? It's one of those. I would love to get Jurgen Klopp in. Can you imagine that, man? Anytime he like fucking reveal him like one of those like mad like see those like old dark fucking cloaks, man, just get me sitting in the fucking like press conference room for like 20 minutes in silence. He just takes it off, doesn't say anything for 20 minutes while everyone loses their shit, and then he just goes boom, gets up and leaves, and then we win 3 Champions Leagues back to back to back. It'll be great. If you want a manager to do well in Europe with no backing of the owners, Poch did it with Spurs. True, but he did also do that with a squad that was significantly more stacked, and they did have like a youth academy that actually produced half decent talents when Poch was there. You know, players like Dele Alli, and you know, he got a bit lucky in that sense. Rangers won in Hearts draw. Exactly at Celtic. It's not a bad result, honestly. I mean, Rangers were always kind of going to win on today. Like I said, they have like a superior power buff whenever it comes to these types of things. It's remembering Sunday, right? If they lost, man, it'd be like an insult to all of their ancestors. So they kind of had to dig a result today. Fair fucks to them. By the sounds of it, they had a pretty comfortable game. But unlucky for Dundee, as we just talked about, and Aberdeen and Motherwell. I don't know what it is, but they just tend to play with draws whenever they play each other, so that just makes sense. That's just literally a techno-fucking-galley at that point. But yeah, Wilfred Nancy, I'm not sure what to make about it, honestly. It'd be an interesting one, you know, but I feel like if we're going for left field managers, then Knutson for me makes sense. I feel like, again, you've got the advantage of obviously the Norwegian, you know, league season ending around the end of December, so we could time it to bring him in, but what we could say to him beforehand is, hey man, have like a list of players that you would, you know, maybe want to take a gander at, and see whether there's full time in all those games. So there you are. That's that. I wonder if we can actually have a little gander at the table so you can see what's happening. That is an insult that Benji Boy does not have a picture. They need to fix that ASAP. I mean, it might be a bit compressed for you to see what's actually going on. If you're on your TV, you probably have a much better idea of this. But yeah, like I said, they've got that game in hand. Obviously, Rangers have their game in hand as well, technically, over Hibs, so they'll kind of be back in the fight. Like I said, they've bounced back for the kind of whole drawing every fucking game battle. Fair play to Falkirk. Like I said, Motherwell's not going to be bitching about it too much. They kind of got a bit lucky with Dundee not grabbing a result, because like I said, those two are right beside each other basically in the table, so that's not too surprising. But fair play to Motherwell. Like I said, they're the draw specialists, which is ironic given the fact that Rangers have basically been fucking known for that this season. So yeah, there's your little updated league table as it stands right now, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. don't know why it's saying 46 there, it is half time, I want to clarify. We've not kicked off, I want to point that out. It's just being weird with this little thingy-majiggy there. But yeah, the next league game's on the 22nd. I should say for anyone that is in chat, by the way, we probably will be covering that game, mainly because it's a later kick-off and it's on a weekend, so I can actually, you know, enjoy myself and be able to do that one. Holland. Of course it is, man. That guy is a fucking robot. Genuinely. It's like, do you know how, like, maybe 10 years ago, it's the same way that we looked at players like Ibrahimovic? How he was just like a fucking machine that would just score relentlessly? That's Haaland, right? There's just something about Scandinavian strikers that are over 6 foot that are deadly as fuck. Hell, even the ones that ain't over 6 foot, you know, we've had one or two very good Scandinavian strikers of our own. They just seem to have that ability to produce class strikers. Maybe not best defenders, right? They're defenders, but you think about the striking options that they've, like, fuck me. Like, even Sweden on their own have had some incredibly just baller type fucking players. Just in the last 20 years, you know, like Freddie Ljungberg, fucking Henrik Larsson. You got Isaac right now, Gyökeres as well. Like, they go ham with striker options. And always more midfielders, you know. An interesting one. But yeah, that'll be the next one I'm definitely covering for sure. I don't know why it's saying that the second half's kicked off. It absolutely hasn't. We're about 5 minutes away. It just does that sometimes for whatever fucking reason. Because as you can see from this one, it is half time. Like, apparently there's 48 minutes on this one. What the fuck? Dude. Not biting that. Have we kicked off for the second half? I have no fucking idea. They're still in the training pitch for me. Ba 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 ba. Oh, then Watchalong just went through the wee tab, changed it to look. Nice to see you, man. Hotstruck boys again. Yeah, we just discussed it there, man. Liverpool getting beat today, probably. Chances are Helen, but can't be too angry about it. Erling Haaland's the best in the world. What are you laughing for? Laughing for being serious? You know. We're definitely not fucking starting the. Like, we've got players coming out now. Kenny's heading out. Don't think we have too many changes at all. In fact, I don't think we have any changes at all. Like, at all. Full stop. Bottom fucking line. Celtic interested in the Moroccan boy Essadak. Just watched the YouTube video. Looks good. Fingers crossed for January. What position does he play? Essadak? I can't. Off the top of my head, I can't really recall that. I don't know. Why is this being so weird? I don't understand. Because yeah, it's been stuck in the 48 like 9th for the past like 3 minutes, so it's definitely some issue technically with the site. I do apologise for that. I guess we'll refresh it once we actually catch up with it and see if it fixes itself or not, but strange indeed. Defender. Well, it's always a good thing if we're looking at defenders. It's a pretty respectable option actually. It depends though, right? I'll need to look into, you know, all that type of stuff. Whenever I hear players, I usually just assume that I know who they are. Most of the time I do, but I said that's not one that, maybe unless it's just like a player's pronunciation, I just can't recall a name with a name. If that makes sense. Because it was the same with Tunekte. At first I thought he was Moroccan and it was like, no, that's a different fucking player entirely. We have kicked off on a screen now, I should point that out. We've been playing for about 30 seconds or so, I should have clarified that, but Brian was trying to figure out the previous flop, but he was trying to dance in behind here early on and does a very good fucking job of it. Makes it awkward at the very least, it just never really worked out there. We'll love that. The pure enthusiasm from Kev. Things you love to see. I don't know why it's been so weird. I'll like do this and then I'll like update things to real time or not. Not too sure. I'm seeing we're a lot further ahead than it should be. I'll just break down that fall cycle. I'm going to try and shift it where they can. Doesn't work out necessarily, but there's a press on. Could have worked out. They'll have to go back across the line though. No real positional changes for Celtic either. It's pretty much as is. Kenny's done well to win that back. It's not going to be a full show. Let's play forward to Dyson. Doesn't win out in that one. I feel like if there might be a first attacking change, it might actually come from him, to be honest. There's a simple enough ball into space. Let's see what happens here. They're across and Kilmarnock. Trusty just kind of cuts it back. Skill should look for any open lines here. Does well enough. Let's see if there's a pass in behind. He goes for the long route. It's going to put some pressure on Dyson, but well kind of recovered and dealt with it. McCowan cuts it inside. In turn, Kenny cuts it back. McGregor towards Trusty. The overlapping pass is decent. Tierney has it. Should just look for any central players. Opts to kind of loiter on it, gets it back to Scales, and in turn he'll just kind of switch on his own terms and try and go forward where he can. Ball's kind of popped up and away. Should be gathered again by SP. That's calm enough. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me too much if we see Ralston featured at some point today, just to give SP a little bit of a break. Oh, we're at 1760. Well, we've had a sub goal already, man, and we had, you know, barely a few minutes only the first half, so that's class. Things you'll have to see. Thank you very much, lads. And lassies to the few of you that are here. Let's go forward with it. McGregor does go forward with it. Nice. Pass on ASP is decent. Nice. Good hustling for Skills. That's a bit too much though. Fuck's sake. Right idea at first. Just body and man stop him for getting Barshy, and he just pushes him over. Yeah, fair enough. It was, and he's obviously always going to go down for that. That's straightforward as it gets. They'll be looking for set pieces whenever they can, basically. Oh, that was a flag comment, fair enough. Swung in on the cross. Ow. Right stomach, we get in it. Still being a fat bastard, you can wait till afterwards, so that's a good break forward. I respect it for McCown, he's still going with it, trying to make it awkward where he can. Good cross for the 14 as well. It's not a bad one either, it's going to be awkward. Thompson gets the first flick on away. Still not cleared, and more importantly, SP has a ton of time to pick out the pass. Opts to do the simplest one possible. Oh, McGregor doing the dance. Oh, tries to dance between them all, gets past 2 or 3 and still gets a pass out to the side to Nectar. Cuts to the byline, cross is decent. Again over everyone's head. SP again chases down, does fucking well to keep it in as well. I like this for the big man. Even if it's not his 100% authentically natural position, he's done a fucking excellent job. Hasn't really put a foot wrong. Speaking of players, I haven't put their foot wrong. Here's Tierney, that's a shot! That is a goal and a half! There's Tierney's first goal back, and that is what he's known for. The drag across on the left foot, and it's an absolute fucking perler. Well, 63's back in the score sheet. It's been a long time coming. Welcome back, big man. That should be your fucking kick-on moment. Oh, it's so beautifully hit as well, by the way. Nothing was wrong with that strike whatsoever.
Scales, like, he doesn't do great with the pass. It's more or less like he just bounces off him and Tierney just collects it off his Scales. Takes 1-2 touches just to kind of set himself up. The third one to step it to the side and then he just clocks it with absolute fucking precision. And as a man that's left footed, it's so beautiful to witness that, man. It's the perfect cut across shot. Shimmies it to the left. Beautiful whack across. Gets past the defender's legs. Nothing Beach can do to get near that one. Splendid. Fucking excellent. Nice to see you, big man. There's our second. That gives me a lot more fucking calmness now. I'm a lot more at ease, and that's good. That's good. McGregor's a goat. Definitely. He's having a very good stint, has to be said. Absolutely has to be said. Oh, that's very kind. Well, someone received a membership there. I believe that would be Paul. Welcome, Paul. You're now part of the squad. We'd love to see it, man. You've got access to a couple of emojis and things like that, as well as any kind of membership specific VODs. We usually do that with national games or kind of certain cup matches and stuff like that when the time has passed. But that's very kind of you, man. Thank you very much, Kev. Things you'd love to see. That's good for Trusty. He's going to have to cut it back though. Fuck. There was a good opportunity to get him behind there. Tierney's going to have to play that one again. Tenecte, stand your man up. Shit, it seems as if I have a blocked nose. The second goal for Celtic was... VAR can't disallow that, man. Unless it's like, well, we can't have Kieran Tierney scoring an absolute sexual goal, man. Not when there's kids in the stadium. Unfortunately, that's not how the rules apply. The goal absolutely stands, there's no way it doesn't. I think it's just... What would the goal be disallowed for? Kinda confused by that one, guys. I hope you're being sarcastic though. There's fuck all wrong with it. Oh, good step down there. Kelly's going to have to play it to the side. Who's that directed at Lawrence? Keep things respectful, my boy. Thank you very much. Played back. There's going to be a chase down there. Maybe Maeda will put some pressure on me. It does. Well, I don't think it would be disallowed. There was no reason for it to be. It was like a perfectly fine strike for like 30 yards out. So, well, not 30 yards out, like, you know, I'd say about 25 if I'm being honest. But yeah, like there was nothing wrong with it. Maybe William Hill's just glitching out for you, brother. But if you ain't watching the game, then I wouldn't recommend being like, I think that should have not. It's like, for what? You know, I'm an honest man, Gaz. If there was a reason for it to be disallowed, I would have brought it up. But there was nothing. Full no, is that what you're going with? That's a very decent prediction, actually. We do have the potential to grab one or two more. Yeah, I mean, it all stands. There wasn't even a... There was no hand in the air or nothing. It was a perfectly legal counter. Like, when you watch the goal back, guys, you realise how silly that is. Trusty, ball, forward, sexual, love it, still, return to him. Oh my god, still going, let's go. I love to see it. You always appreciate when they show replays of defenders being skillful like that, man. It's fucking class. Yeah, it's been very good, genuinely. Putting a pretty decent shift in, well, not the last match, but the match before that. The one against Michelin was depressing as fuck, let's be honest, man. The second half was not, well, as bad, but the first half was suffrage. It was just straight suffering the entire time. God, I like the way Simpson Pussy's playing so far. I mean, not to kind of play on his name or anything, but he's keeping it compact and tight, and he's not stretching himself out too far. So it's genuinely impressive from like a positional sense. He knows where he needs to be. That's a good fucking touch. Excellent control there. Love that for you, McCowan. Very clean, big man. Connect it. Gets to the line. Cross in is decent, and it's just across the face of the 6-yard box. I don't know if Beach kind of got a slight redirect touch off his glove there to make it awkward on the run in. Either way, Kelly escaped with minimal consequences on that one. Have a chance to go forward here, but again, Celtic just swing everyone back in vast numbers to make it awkward. Gosh, you're confusing me, bro. Like your internet cuts out, and what did God like reach in and grab you and lift you up and be like, right, man, Celtic just had a goal disallowed. No. Trust me, anytime it shows the referee, I immediately assume there's something wrong. It never happened that time, so you're valid. I think it's just because there's been that many VAR decisions today that whenever a goal goes in, you just kind of half expect it. Honestly, valid if that's what's happened. It's a good switch across. Calm and collected, we love to see it. William Hill pulling pranks of the century, man. That's going to be a foul. Yeah. All three of you surrounding him is not the play there, but fair enough, man. Told you Tierney was scored. See, to be fair, honestly, not wrong. All we need now, realistically, who was the other one you fucking said? Oh, right arm. Maybe he comes on. It'd be nice to see. He was warming up at half time, so it's possible. Interesting. Good for you, brother, honestly. The prophecy is true. Nice. Love that for you, that's calm. Good corner space, here's Rio. Calm enough for Tierney, will probably just hold this up and wait for a central pass because everyone's a bit too condensed in the final third there. Yep, they've spread their play now, and all of a sudden we break forward. Brilliant pass for Trusty. He's been very good defensively with it. Great ball in for Simpson Pussy. It's not going to be too hard for Kelly to deal with though. Slightly overhit, calmly cleared away in the end. Tonight he tries to take his man on, but that's not going to work out too effectively, and we'll get a throw in pretty much on line with their box almost, I would say. Just on the outside line of it. We go with a quick one and towards Kenny, good control there. Lovely for Tierney, does brilliant to get it to Rio. Ball into the box is calm. I like this football, it was really nice. It was a good stab away in the end by Lions. But the 1-2 passing there for Celtic was genuinely quite nice to watch. Oh, and as soon as I fucking say that, Maeda stabs just an awkward pass into the ground, gives it away for a throw-in. I think I might want to consider getting him on. Evan comes on pawning him with a score. Is this like a future version of somebody that's like managed to like get a time machine and go back in time? It's like, this is how you make money. Don't worry about it, man. Trusty's been great. Genuinely. It's like he just got like a wee refresh. He's like, what if I just, every time I picture touching the ball, I picture Butland's head, would that make me dribble? But and it's worked out perfectly. I still find it funny how did they actually put in a complaint? Because I've seen a lot of reports about them potentially putting in a complaint, and Celtic could have just done the exact same with like 3 decisions. I think both sides can agree the referee was just really bad there for a lot of reasons. So that's a good pass. Oh, it could be awkward though. Maeda does well to drag it back to keep it in play. McCowan. Oh my god, I thought he was going to try and do it again. Fucking excellent pass out towards Tenecti though, still awkward. Tierney might be able to tee up this time. It's a good looping cross, but it's towards one of the smaller men in the in the Celtic squad list, so it should be a easy enough chase down. Kelly will go out for the back. Thompson's still going. If I foxed him, that was actually a clean dribble. Ball over the top could have been threatening, but nothing too bad or forthcoming from it. Should have just been played back to Schmeichel and we can gather and go again. I'm just trying to think why they would say that, to be honest with you guys. It's one of those, like, in my head I'm like, if there was any reason for them to even check it, then maybe it would have been a notification for that, but there was nothing at all. Technology. It's according to this, it's like the fucking 68th minute or some shit. It's not even close. Yeah. So in other words, they picked 3 people to have an opinion on what realistically a board of like 13, 14 people should have a say on. You need regulators for that type of thing. But, I mean, honestly, fair enough. If that's the case, and Cornelius should have been sent off and there shouldn't have been a penalty against Ralston. But again, we've been there, done that, had that conversation. Just like the referees having a conversation with some of the squad members on both sides here. And words with Diaz and Simpson Pussy in particular. And it was just because of that loose challenge on, yeah. I mean, he did win the ball, but it was a foul just because of the danger of it. Liverpool have had a goal disallowed. Is it just a day for disallowed goals? Jesus Christ, man of the match across all of the leagues so far might just be VAR. Oh, that's a great wee touch. That is X. That wee touch for fucking McCowan was clean. It's allowed Maeda. He's just been wiped out. He's still on his... Oh, love that. Love that for you, Dyson. But I think they pulled it back to give a yellow card anyway, so... Fair enough, referees. Going to put lines in the book. Not too surprising, that. Maeda did well to get back. Oh, fuck me. It's actually like a grab. I thought he like kind of just tried to catch him on the shot. He pretty much fucking headlocks him. Not exactly the smartest decision I've ever seen from a skipper. I wouldn't imagine McGregor trying to fucking arcade. Well, I guess we're making a change. It's going to be Nygren and Ralston. So I was right, Ralston, when he was warming up at half time. It looks like he was going to get minutes. Looks like McCowan's going to be coming off for Nygren, so I don't think Gels is going to feature in this one, sadly, which is kind of disappointing because I really wanted that production for that fella to come through. But yep, Ralston, Nygren are on. Simpson Pussy and McCowan are off. I mean, McCowan deserves a wee round of applause, as does Simpson Pussy. They both had a very good stint of football. I'm a bit surprised that it was Nygren brought on and not Paulo Bernardo, because again, what the fuck does that boy need to do to get minutes? It's actually kind of like, I'm not even him and I'm a bit annoyed by it. It's like the perfect scenario to bring someone like him on in, 20 minutes with the game left to go. No real pressure of losing the match, so why not? It wouldn't be a bad call at all. Interesting. I'll probably see the highlights back for the Liverpool and City one at the end of this. There's open lanes here. Take the opportunity, lad. Get him behind. Nice. Rio, good pass. Nygren, shot. Deflected off the back end, I think, of Diaz there. Not sprung on, I'm not too sure. One of the two of them got their legs in the way regardless. Not really tried to do too much at all with our midfielders. That might probably be why they're considering making some changes in that kind of area. There's a big boy coming on as well, so it looks like they're going to start sending balls forward by the looks of it. I'll confirm who those changes are once they come up on the screen. Some interesting one. got no graphic telling me who that was at all. They didn't even show the fucking shirt number on his back, so I don't know who that guy is. I think they're the one that came on there, the Juan Jules or something. Oh, I like that for her. I honestly respect that for Tierney trying to get back in, but I think it went behind for a goal kick first anyway. I hope for Liverpool's sake they can get back into the game. I guess it's not going to show me the graphic to be fair, so maybe I can just look and see if they updated it. No, they just have the goals. I mean, I suppose if you want to see who scored, the Scales and Rio with the assists. So, not too bad in that sense, I guess. Much more Kilmarnock game. Nice to see you, Kieran. Are you the same Kieran that I've seen before? I don't know if it's the same combination of numbers. If you are, man, how you doing, man? Nice to see you again. If you're new, hello, hope you're well. Darkers, that's the fucking fella. Jesus Christ, right, for Anderson, that was the other change. Oh my god, what the fuck's he doing? Kelly player flop him on the floor for no reason at all, man. Referee doesn't seem too interested. Rio's getting summoned over for something. I mean, even Rio just looks confused. Literally has the eyebrow raise of, huh? And what happened? Did he get touched after? I mean, it was a bit aggressive, but the guy was getting in Rio's face a lot first. I think that's probably what he's been warned about. Both of them have been cautioned. Oh, good for McGregor to step in, man. Skipper's performance so far. Doing all the dirty work in the midfield to allow the other two to free roam and be a lot more creative and technical. Solid ground earth type of performance, man. Kenny's not been too active in the second half, but he's been pretty good at holding things up and making it complicated. That's a decent ball into space. Maeda just couldn't outstretch his leg. Even if he could, it would have been a case of what could he have done with it. Probably just try to flick it over the goalkeeper at best, but Beach was always probably favourite to win that battle regardless of the outcome. There's another Kelly player that's gone down and I don't understand why. Fair enough. Martin sold the team that were carrying too many injuries and we need the international break. Gives us like a week or two at least to try and recuperate. There isn't a game until the 22nd after that international break, right? Which by the way, I will be covering at least the Greece match. If we lose to Greece, then I don't really need to cover the Denmark game because we're not going to beat them like fucking 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, whatever we would need to basically win. I'm not honestly sure how it works. They change like the fucking rule sets every qualifying tournament. But I'm pretty sure on goal difference, Denmark are cruise control right now. But if we pick up a point or get a win against Greece, then good things are afoot. But for Celtic it would just be good because it allows one or two of them to come back. I mean, Jota's not too far away from returning now. Johnston's obviously a few weeks out yet as well still, so kind of gives them a bit of... Well, cuts their recovery time basically in half at this point. Oh, it's awkward. Kelly haven't necessarily got a shot away from it. It was kind of like a popped header down. That one's cleared away. Dyson, good touch and take, although Johnny's touch actually puts it back into the path of the Kelly player. Whipped in, deflected, not fully cleared away. Rio just gets himself on the end of that one and gets bobbled over. Well, it's like a smart move there, just by himself the fault. Scotland can go out, all out, and I think they will win. I would be... I mean, optimistically, I think it's going to be a very close 1-0 either way type scenario, right? Because, I mean, Greece have nothing to play for, so they just won't have that passion there. And Scotland tend to bottle it in situations. Trusty, fuck's sake, big man, that could have been awkward. He manages to recover in time, but he nearly slipped on the ball and allowed an easy 1v1 scenario. And there's another missed pass. Seems to be a few of them happening in quick sequence. There's a wild challenge, that's going to be a fault. Probably a card for, I'd imagine, McGregor. Maybe not McGregor, it could be for either one of the fucking Celtic players, to be honest with you, but I think McGregor's the one that's scoring the book. He's the one that came in from behind. Yeah, Ralston actually kind of got caught in the crossfire as well. Always going to be a foul. Captain takes a pretty silly yellow. You can say that for both captains in this game, actually, to be honest. I guess while we're kind of ending the stages of these games, if you are new here and you haven't, please consider subscribing. We do our best to try and cover as many live games as we can, although this is more wound down. I'm not covering every single match, that's just too much work, but games like this, ones that are kind of manageable. But if you are interested in that type of stuff, then consider liking. There's a whole bunch of other stuff on this channel as well, old videos and shorts that will probably keep you entertained for at least an hour or two. So you have some pretty interesting options that you can go with if you would like to. We haven't gained any new subscribers for the start of the second half, but that's not too bad at all, since we already hit a fucking sub goal by the time that had started. Can't be too disappointed at that. It's going to be swung forward. Kelly should retain that on the touchdown, calm enough, yep. Sent high and... fair enough, sent high and wide. What a cross. This could be a good chance for Kelly, but oh, they just don't do enough with it, man. It's such a poor cross into the box as well, goes over everyone. There's claims for a foul, but I think that'd be too weak to give it Celtic's way there, and it's just going to be played forward and eventually it's pulled back in, I think, for maybe offside in the switch. Even the referee, he's like the wry smile of, oh, we got 40, fuck's sake, Jesus Christ, I set like the breakthrough goal at like 25-30. That's fantastic, thank you to everyone that has. It's unbelievably kind. Oh, he was offside in the ball into the box, right, fair enough. Quite fucking comfortably as well, 2-3 yards. We dance around past there, out towards that far side. Thompson's on the run. It's probably been Kelly's best player the day that we fall back on the left hand side. That's a great, actually a fucking excellent cross. It was just so badly mishandled on the takedown. Oh, Kelly, I mean, they've had one or two decent balls into the box in the last 2-3 minutes, but they've done nothing with either of them. That ball was a lot better, that was genuinely class, but thankfully for us it's not really well struck by their striker, thank fuck for that, you know what I mean. We have to take the small victories. Kieran Tart, thank you very much for joining us, my guy. If you have public sub settings on, you get little notifications that play down there. Same if you become a member or other things like that. Very much appreciated, brother, though. Thank you. Played in behind. Deflected off the back end of there. Should be a just simple throw in halfway line. Tierney will retain and gather. Gellow's practically fucking trying to break out his manager's box, man. He's standing right in the corner of it. O'Neill just dodging his men up the pitch. It's a good deflected header on, but it should be bunted straight up by Sprunger. I think I pronounced that man's name differently every single time. I wonder how many times I can change it. Lambs, if someone dislikes his stream. Nothing. Honestly, I think it just doesn't recommend it to as many people. It's an algorithm based thing. Like if you post a video and it's like, say, if it's like a classic YouTube video, like not a live stream, and you get 10,000 views and like 50 likes, oh, that's a big fucking miss, Kenny. You got to do better that time, big man. Could have redirected it a lot better anyway, but didn't. Anyway, as I was saying, if you get like 10,000 views and then you have like 300 likes and say like 600 dislikes, then YouTube will go out of its way to recommend it to less people. And it's a lot worse with lives, because lives you only really get recommended when you are actually, you know, doing the thing. So yeah, if people dislike it in mass while it's live, yeah, it can be problematic, but I don't mind it. Happens a lot during Old Firm games and things. Wait, is that fucking, is no way are we bringing on Arm? Where's that prophet that was in chat earlier on? Your prediction might just be fucking on here. interesting. I'm going to guess for Rio, right? Just to kind of prioritise fitness and fatigue. There's Trusty. Him and Scales have been pretty fucking convincing today, man. Tierney's been class since he's came on. Obviously scored that absolute worldie of a goal, so can't be too mad at that. Though I say that he's not on the pitch, I just seen him warming up on the side. The camera panned him and one or two others. So there is genuine potential that he's going to be brought on. That's a good ball out for Scales. Here's Tierney on the chase down. Should just do what he can to make it interesting. Gets it out towards Tenecti. That's a good break in behind, but he has to kind of hold it up there under pressure. Getting Killie trying to tighten their ship where they can. Can't say they've played too bad this game. They've just had very limited chances and they've had to spend a lot of the game off the ball, which for a Kettlewell side is pretty much like a death sentence. Celtic have just been consistent with that third line press. That could have been an awkward bounce. Maeda still chases down anyway. I love that so much. I think there's going to be a card coming out for Dyson as well, though that's a little fucking harsh, man. He didn't catch the man that hard. Dyson's arguing with it, kind of points to the referee and probably calls him something in Japanese that you probably can't repeat in English. But no, he didn't even catch him. It's just like, did he? No, that is the dive of the fucking century, man. He's like 5 yards off. I think that's right. Maeda has a full reason to be. Oh my god, it's Yang. I totally forgot. Number 13. Is he back? Is he going to get minutes? Tenecti looks like he's going to be leaving the pitch alongside Rio. Rio makes sense and Gels is on. I want to clarify those that are new here. I know it's in Gels, but I pronounce it in Gels because it's funnier and it sounds cooler. I used to do it a lot with other midfielders like Matt O'Reilly, who's called Matthias here. Now that you're up to speed with the Caucasian law. Scotland game's like an early birthday present. Trust me, mate, I'm in the same boat as well. Mine's comes up in like 11 days, basically. Kelly have got some extra bodies on the pitch now. Probably just to see if they can grab something for pride's sake. Paul Worth is one of the changes, so the camera's predominantly focused on. Beach is going to send this one as far forward as he can muster it. It's actually a fucking class punt. They do have a lot of physical boys up there. That's a good stab and steal for Dyson though. Just kind of kills the ball dead and gets it back into space. Ralston lays it off for Schmeichel. It's going to be an awkward bounce, but Tierney should deal with that fair enough and does. And have a lot of space to work with. That's a great fucking pass. Rio does excellent. That is lovely, Rio. Why am I saying that's Yang? I just realised it's fucking Yang, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Why is Yang playing in the midfield? I just fucking realised that. Like, is he just tucked into the central area now? Because Kenny's off for in girls, so I'm curious. We're not playing. Oh, that's an awkward one. Is there a penalty potentially? Referee's not interested. Ralston's gone down, and he doesn't usually go down without a reason. I guess we'll see the replay back in. But I'm confused about the way we're playing right now. You've got Gilles that's right up on the right wing. You've got Yang that's playing as a central fucking midfielder. I think we've maybe changed the attacking line, I'm guessing. Like, is that what's happening here? I'm going to guess Maeda's been pushed central then. Yeah, that must be it. Maeda must have been pushed central. They're showing the replay back on Ralston. It's definitely not a penalty at all. A lot of rotation in the positions look a wee bit whack for Celtic, but I suppose it's fine with 10 minutes left in the game. Paul wasn't too happy, neither is Kilty to be honest, but into the book he goes. Can't be too mad at the way we've played though. I'm quite impressed for the most part. Haven't been as on fire, but it's kind of what I said. That's why I kind of had the prediction at 2-0. This kind of made sense to me. We weren't going to go overboard. to try and keep people as fit as we can. We still end up with a fucking injury anyway, so fantastic. Sriracha going down. I don't know exactly what the extent of his injury is, but he's not came back out of the bench, so I hope he's okay. I really hope he's okay, for our fucking sake as well. It's a good clearance fed Kelly, but they're under pressure here. Bunch of push arounds and deflections and bobble overs. Referee's spending a lot of time over the last 5-10 minutes just speaking to players about random shit. Things you love to see. Is there any update in the other games? This ref is a FUD. I do agree on a put him. Most SFA referees are insert kind word here. It's just very stop and start, you know what I mean? The last 5 minutes has been like 3 seconds of football, whistle gets blown, 3 seconds of football, whistle gets blown. It's just because Kelly will probably try to limit the damage right now. I mean, Celtic Park's already kind of clearing out. I think most people know this game's wrapped up, including the ones sitting on the Kelly bench right now. Or just in their dugout in general. I'm pretty sure even Kettlewell, as optimistic as he wants to be, knows that he's not going to score 2 or 3 in the next kind of 8 minutes while there's left of additional time on top of it. But they'll try. That's awkward. McGregor's had to stand his man up. Referee isn't interested that time. It's kind of almost very similar to Ralston's challenge actually. It's just positioning. Player bounces off and goes down. At least he's consistent that way, yeah. I'll give the referee credit for that one. Oh, I mean, from your perspective, Stuart, what are you thinking? Where are you thinking this puts us in terms of just overall momentum? It's like anytime I go to fucking speak, we do something and I have to stop talking in case we get a great attack and we're still going, it's still awkward, it's still bouncing around. Just 50-50 ball right now. Now Kelly send it forward, they get in behind, fuck's sake, it's like... Right, it's out. I'm not sure if it's a corner or I think it's a corner though. Trusty just didn't gather his leg in time to kind of keep that in play, so corner kick it is. But where do you think we're kind of mentally at now? Like that one obviously puts a wee bit of confidence back into the boys. Obviously before the international break, not too bad. We kind of put some pressure on Hearts because, as aforementioned, they dropped points earlier on the day, so that's good for us too. But I think we're in a good place right now. Or do you think there's still things that we need to work on, improve, or tweak and change? The tweaks and changes we made to the game today have been pretty good, to be honest with you. Ralston's came on, done a solid job. Tierney obviously coming on for Sriracha and scoring that goal. Can't complain about it. Most of the kind of substitutes have impacted the game in one positive way or another. Yang is still confusing me because I don't know why he's I know that he's meant to be on the left hand side, but he's a midfielder. He's straight up in the midfield. There's no way he's anywhere. Oh, good ball through. Chance. Dyson. Shot. 3. It's over. It's done. What a fucking strike that is. That was like one of the quickest counter-attacks you can fucking hope to see. And this time, it's the hardest chance he has to finish. But it's a Dyson Dazzler again. He's just put it underneath. It's done. Game, set, match. Thank you for coming. It's over. Oh, that is a lovely ball through, by the way. What a fucking pass that is for Arm. That is what we love to see for you, you beautiful Belgian bastard. Excellent pass right through towards the Japanese man, and this time he doesn't try and be too intricate with it, doesn't try to get the extra touch in, just hits it hard, hits it low, catches Beach half guard and they can't get down in time to parry it out the net. Simple, effective, pure football. That pass was stunning for Arm, man. If you want to make the case that Scales should barely get the assist for the Tierney shot because it bobbled off him, that was intentional as fuck. That was just pureness. You'd argue the pass is almost better than the goal, but we'll take it. Smashing. We'll get to actually celebrate a nice wee yass. Oh yeah, I should say that by the way. For those that are new here, there's a tradition that we do at the end of every stream. We yell yass loudly as possible, especially if we win. If we don't, then it doesn't happen. So it's been a bit of a, not necessarily a rare commodity this season, but less of them. Well, we've only got a few minutes left in this match and then it's done and dusted, thankfully. Like I said, Kelly will pretty much cement the fact that they gave it a good bash. They didn't really do too much else besides that. I'm pretty sure they've only had one fucking actual shot this entire half, but some good balls into the box. I mean, like I said, if they have to pick a man in the match, I'd get to the left back. That wee Thompson fellow looks pretty good. He's done his best to make it as awkward as possible. Honestly, the first time he gets broke through is that pass fell on, and we score for it, so it tells you all you need to know. Ralston. Oh, that's another lovely bit ball. Dies and tries the same trick again, although he tries to do it with one touch instead of the two. I respect the fuck out of it. Just doesn't work out. He gets the thumb up of approval from the pass for Ralston. That's two equally great passes in as many minutes. Got to love the way we're playing to that, as we're not. You got to say the communication between the back line at Kelly needs to be tweaked out, because that's two very, I mean, as beautiful as the passes are, definitely preventable passes, for sure. Big up. I just seen that name and sure, that's class. Big up, lad. Pass in, decent, good layoff, lovely break, Ralston, got it, rolls it up towards that space. I love that so much. Brilliant for Negrin. Oh my, I think it's tripped up. Referee doesn't seem too interested in it. Plays on instead. Calm enough. Yeah, fucking hole. Oh, there's a chance. Go on, Scales, have a hit, mate. Oh, he doesn't hit it, he should have. Tonight, oh, fuck's sake. I was going to say to Yang, and it just doesn't really deal with it at all there. He should have took a touch, I'll be honest. Yang really should have took a touch, but he just tried to like fire it. Tried to go all Tora on that shit, and it just did not work out at all. Put everything behind it though, so I'll give him credit for that. You know, slight victories. Well, I don't know about you, but I believe this is a good victory for us. Nothing to complain about whatsoever. Calm, clean, effective, simple, profound, basic, decent football. Nothing too problematic. Kelly have had very limited chances, scored some nice goals. I mean, it's about as nice as you can ask, honestly. Our strikers are scoring goals, our midfielders are scoring goals, and even our defenders are too. Life is good. Jesus Christ, man, are you trying to get Trusty a kiss or something, big man? Like, why are you fucking hugging him? Fair enough, corner kick to be swung in here. Hopping at him, popped on. Schmeichel doesn't necessarily clear it or trying to claim for anything at this point. The guy's refusing to move out of Schmeichel's way as well, it's making it awkward for him. He's trying to complain to the referee and appeal, but the referee just ignores them both. Probably has AirPods in. He's already probably turned on his music and he's ready to fucking go. Just going to bounce over a 1-through-1 far side. Calm enough. Definitely solid. I'm not sure how I'd even give man of the match to, man. There's been some pretty class performances across the board. Genuinely is a hard one. Only the 2 additional minutes. We've already played through a little bit of it. Around a minute and 20 odd seconds, give or take, to go. Pretty much on the referee's clock, basically. Scales. Good pass into Dyson, he's going to get tripped up and stolen. That's a good fucking step in, to be fair. As much as Kelly have been out of the race this game, at least they've hung in there and tried to make it interesting at times. It's about the only positive you can really give them in this game, though. It's kind of disappointing from a Kettle Wills type side. Kelly had a shot on target, technically won, but yeah, there wasn't too much else besides that, and it was like straight in the hands of Casper. Like, he had no problems whatsoever. Besides that, it's been pretty much one-way traffic. Celtic have had most of the chances, most of the possession, most of the good play. Would have been nice to see about half of this creativity in the game against Michelin, but fair enough, I guess. At least we respond by conceding 3 goals midweek to scoring 3 at the weekend, with the added bonus to keep a clean sheet for good measure. That's class. Oh, go on, Yang. He's been really good since he's came on. He's still fucking going. He's been dragged down there, and I think it's a penalty kick, boys. We're in for 4. Penalty kick incoming. Stupid fucking... I don't know what it is with defenders just randomly giving away silly fouls like that. But it's another silly foul that's been given away. The right back just does not do a great job. Yang skips past him and it's just a silly pull of the arm. Obviously Yang's going to go down under that, even if he didn't try to. I mean, he pulls his shot first and then catches his arm as well, so it's more or less a double-edged sword. No way this probably doesn't go in. No way VAR's checking it though. What are you talking about, bro? He literally gets dragged down. That's about as obvious. Is it maybe just in case it's outside the box? Ah, it checks over. He's pointed to the spot though. And it's going to be arm. No fucking way, man. And Giles is going to step up to take it. Interesting. Very interesting. Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Let's wrap this game up in style. Going on. I have faith in you, big man. If that pass was anything to go by, he's putting this like top bins perfectly, no fucking issues whatsoever. Oh, he puts it perfectly into a corner. It's not a top one, but it's bottom fucking left and well struck as well. Belgium puts it into the back of the net. This game is basically done. Absolutely fucking brilliant performance, man. A lot more like us. Kept things basic. Didn't allow them to get too many chances whatsoever. Goals from all across the park, like I said, best case scenario. It's a lovely penalty. Keeper goes the right way and everything. He just hits it hard, hits it low, makes sure that there's no real chance for Beach to kind of stretch his fingies out and get on the end of it. And that's full time. Things you love to see. Things you love to see indeed. 4-0 it ends. I mean, it's much better than the prediction I had. I said 2-0. We got basically that in each half. So, very, very half. Well, I said in each half. Technically on average, but we only scored 1 in the first half. But Kenny opened the scoring in 10 minutes into the game, and then after that, and fucking Tierney, what the hell, man? Tierney scored an absolute cracker for range, put it into the back of the net. Maeda popped up with a nice wee goal off the assist from Giles. That pass was genuinely fucking brilliant. And then, as we just seen, that nice wee calmly taken penalty off of the foul on Yang. Good stuff for Giles to kind of slot it into the bottom corner. Calm enough. Good enough. Now it's time to yell. Again, like I said, if you're new here, it's just something that we kind of do. So let me just go into this one. What? Gentlemen, for the victory. And for the win. Yes! Yes! That's what we're fucking talking about, man. That is a performance. Much better. Much better. We're much fucking better when we play like that. Simple, clean, calm, composed football. Brilliant, man. Thanks for the stream in the banner. Oh, no problem at all, Jack. It's been a pleasure to have you, man. You take it easy. Catch you all next time. Hey, at least you know there's a next time again. You take it easy until that point. You enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hope it's a good one. Quite happy there, Rosie. We love to see it. We will take it. We will absolutely take it, man. Solid all across the board. 2 nice wee goals in amongst it. Some kind of scrappier scenarios. But obviously a penalty is a penalty. Well, fucking taken at the end of it all. The only goal that you can say was actually quite bad, which honestly wasn't that bad. Would have probably been the nice wee kind of breakaway play that got Kenny's opener. But as a whole, very, very solid. You know what I mean? I'm not going to complain about that. I'm not going to complain about that at all. Did exactly what we needed to do, kept things kind of compact where we needed to, and we got across the line. as a channel. Get it right, fucking. Those are saved and conserved for big matches, but for the ones that have never experienced that the first time, it'll be great. Joe Biggins, no problem at all, my guy. You enjoy yourself and take it easy. Yeah, I should say, while before anyone else decides to pop out, if you go into the description, there's a little thing that you can go to our Discord on. You can just look it up on Discord as well. It's just the Celtic FC Van Zone. If you join it, you get a whole bunch of extra little perks for, obviously, this community. You get kind of live updates whenever we're going live. You get like a Discord notification, all those types of things. And every now and then we do occasional watch-alongs for games that I'm not live for. So, as a wee kind of bonus incentive, I guess. If not, and that's basically everything that needs to be covered. Like I said, the next game that we have to cover, with the exception, obviously, let me just pull that one up real quick. And let me pull up the Scotland one real quick, because for those that are obviously Scottish yourselves, I do the national games as well, and obviously the next one being a potentially massive one, crunch tie wise, I'll definitely be covering that. So if you want one last little look, you can join us again on the 15th of November. That's 6 days from now on the Saturday at 19:45, although I'll be live about 10-15 minutes before, so around 7:30. You can expect to see me at least start things up. If not, it'll be about 5-10 minutes later. But as you can kind of see with the table scenario down there, still alive, but goal difference is not in our favour at all. We kind of need to kick on, hope that we either pop off against Greece, so that it kind of opens up the doors, or realistically just kind of get a point against them and make sure if we beat Denmark, we hop over them and qualify. If not, playoff spot still guaranteed, so I'm still covering it for the vibe. The next league game, obviously, will be the game against St Mirren. That will be on the 22nd of November, in a similar type of kick-off time. It's a lot later in the day, rather than it being 7:45. It'll be at 8 dead on, so I'll be live at 7:45 instead. That's pretty much all the main things that we need to kind of touch on and cover here. If you want to throw any questions before we wrap up the stream, you're more than welcome to do so. You've got about 5 minutes, give or take. But not too bad. You want to look at the table with that one. Like I said, with us, kind of game in hand, keep that in mind. We could push up as high as 26 points, or 4 points behind them, which ain't so bad, considering the fact it was 9 less than 3 match days ago. So we've made slow progress. We're kind of roping them in bit by bit. They're kind of tripping up over their own kind of feet because of how fast they got themselves out the blocks. But like I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and they still have a little bit of a job to do. Hearts to really kind of stay away, but they're still undefeated. Give them credit for that. Although apparently they did ride a lot with 1 or 2 calls a day. The rest of the league table looks very interesting. Like I said, Dundee United are somewhere in there. Like Falkirk are doing okay for their first season up in a while. I mean, can't give them credit for wins, 4 draws. Not too bad at all. Rangers have pulled themselves back into the race. They're undefeated in the last 5 domestically, so they're actually are they the best team on form, or are they tied? I think they're tied for best team on form right now. Celtic have steadied the ship, obviously, bounced back, managed to get some good wins, including that cup semi-final win. Obviously the Michelin defeat, nobody was really expecting us to win that game. Even best case scenario, I was thinking that one would be a draw. So as a whole, we've done alright. Martin O'Neill will be quite happy with that. Again, another convincing 4-0 win. We usually go weeks in between seeing that, so for that to be basically within 2 or 3 match days of each other, that's a massive kind of plus in the right side. But like I said, those are the 2 games that you can keep an eye on. They're pretty much within like a week of each other, so there'll be that one. Then obviously if we beat Greece or get a point against Greece, I should say, I'll be covering the game against Denmark. Not a problem, okay, mate. It's been a pleasure to have you in as always. The panda fucking emoji as well. You'll love to see that. You'll love to see that fucking class loss. See you for the next Celtic match. You take it easy, Kev. If that's I think everything that needs to be covered, then we can probably just wrap things up pretty much here, right? There ain't too much to really touch on. Like I said, all the dates and times, you know exactly when and where we will be. If you want to join us for them, you're more than welcome to do so. If not, anyone that has been here for the whole stream or just for a little bit of it, you're appreciated. You've been very pleasant company. A nice, calm, controlled chilled out game, nothing to complain about in the slightest. Some nice goals as well, so nice to see Tierney getting the score for you. I'm so fucking happy that he scored one. It's class, one of his best finishes. Anyone remembers that goal that he scored against fucking Leipzig a few years ago? Kind of something like that, except outside the box and a lot cleaner hit. But I think if that is everything, then that is everything. So thank you for watching, thank you for coming along. If you've been here for the stream just for a little bit or for the whole thing, you're appreciated nonetheless. If you have subscribed, thank you for doing so, and if you've liked, thank you for doing so again. If you would like to join us for the next one, you can. All those options are there. If you want to talk to us in the Discord, you can obviously join in talking between games and kind of keep up to date with some of the more community driven things. Like I said, the kind of loose calls, group calls that we do, or the kind of every now and then kind of catch up. So if you want to join us for that, make sure that you're in that Discord. You're more than welcome to do so and join us. That is basically everything for now. Celtic have won. I'm happy. I'm quite content. Very, very chuffed. And it means I can actually mean it when I say this. Celtic once again are the best goddamn team in the world. Things you love to see. We'll see you on the 15th for potentially a massive match for Scotland. Until that point, hail hail. Have a good one. Take it easy. Till then, boys. See you after.